Hello, I'm Annalise George and welcome to Easy Maths Lessons. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to multiply with decimals. If I look at these two examples, you'll see the first example is 78 times by 6.9. Now, in order to multiply with decimals, we need to apply a little magic trick. Now, this magic trick would be to times my decimal by 10. This will make it 69, so I will have 78 times by 69. This will enable me to just multiply like I would normally do. So, here goes 9 times 8, which will give me 72. I would take my 2, write it down, and then carry over the 7. Then comes 7 times 9, but do not forget to add the 7 to get to 70. Now this is very important because I'm now going over to my 10 numbers. I would need to put a 0 right here. This will be a placeholder to show that I am now working with my tens. So 6 times 8, which will give me 48. That means I now have to do 6 times 7 and add the 4 in order to get to 46. All I have to do now is to add like normal. So 2 add 0 is 2. 0 add 8 is 8. 6 add 7 will be 13. I carry over my 1. And 4 add 1 makes 5. So this will give me a total of 5,382. But remember that times by 10 I did at the start. I now need to do the opposite. I need to divide by 10. And when I divide by 10, my decimal move one place in. And therefore I will get 538.2. Have a look. I've got one place after the decimal in my question, so I will have one place after the decimal in my answer. Let's have a look at another question. 3.2 times by 0.25. Here I've got a decimal in the first term and I've got a decimal in the second term. In order to get rid of the decimal point in the first term, I will times my term by 10. In order to get rid of the decimal in my second term, I will this time times by 100. Now I will have 32 times by 25. And as normal, I can now multiply. 5 times 2, which will give me 10. I carry the 1. And 3 times 5, which is 15, add the 1 to give me 16. I will carry over a 0 because I'm now done with the units and I'm going over to my tens. And 2 times 2 is 4 and 3 times 2 is 6. All that is left over for me to do here is now to add them up. And 0 make 0, 6 and 4 make 10. Don't forget to carry that 1. And 6 add 1 makes 8. Now I've got 800. However, in the question I had to times by 10 and then times by 100. This time I will divide by 10 to give me 80 and then divide by 100 to give me 0.8. So my final answer will be 0.8. Noticed that I had 1, 2, 3 places after the decimal point in my question. My answer will have 1, 2, 3 places after the decimal point. You try these. I will give you 10 seconds before I will put the answer up. Pause, have a go, and then have a look at the answer. And there you are. Don't forget, make the decimal point into a whole number. By timesing by 10 if it's got one place after the decimal, timesing by 100 if it's got two places after the decimal. Multiply as normal and divide back by whatever you have multiplied here at the top. In this case, we multiplied by 10, so I have to multiply by 10 or divide by 10. On this side, I had to multiply by 10 and multiply by 100, and therefore my answer I would divide by 1000. That means dividing by 10 and then dividing by 100 again. So my final answer for the second question is 1.517. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. Please don't forget to like this video if you found it useful, and you're welcome to share it with your friends.